of FDP, sponsored by AICT, organized by the Department of Biotechnology, the Oxford College of Engineering. With the kind company of the convener, we are starting today's session. Our resource person for today is Dr. Rajeshwar S. Mache. He is the Chief Scientist, Food Packaging Technology and Head, Technology Transfer and Business Development, CSIR, Central Food Technological Research Institute, Mysore. Currently, he is designated as Chief Scientist, Food Packaging Technology and Head, Technology Transfer and Business Development Officer. A leader in the domain of food science and packaging technology, he has created unique solutions to the food and packaging industry. Professor Rajeshwar has, through a streamlined approach of invention, devised over 18 technologies. His expertise in the subject can be gauged through the 36 plus publications he has, and he has more than 15 chapters dedicated in most of the reputed books which are dedicated to food packaging and technology industries. His areas of specialization includes technology transfer, business development, development of commercial packaging protocol for export trade of different varieties of grapes, bananas, limes, sapota, pineapple, and pomegranates, development of novel concepts in the field of smart and active packaging, such as oxygen scavengers, ethylene scavengers, spoilage indicators, and meat spoilage indicators, with intervention of various small-scale industries and startups. Establishment of collaborative research-oriented bridge between industry and innovation of the lab. Preparation of detailed project report for setting up of different small-scale industries. Sir, on behalf of the Department of Biotechnology, I take it as a privilege to welcome you to today's sessions.
Thank you very much for a nice introduction. What we will do is we will keep it as more of interactive session than just making it a sort of a monologue. So I request the students, if they have any questions or anything in between, they should rise and then ask the questions. So can you see my presentation?
Yes, sir. So if you could put it on slideshow mode.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah. So let us see. I'm trying to focus the whole discussion on promoting the entrepreneurship in the students. If you look at the well-established institutes and organizations globally as well as in India, basically when you talk of the level of the maturity or in terms of the standard, basically earlier the trend in India was how many people are getting job in good industries, what sort of a package you are getting, all that sort of things. But now the trend is changing. Now if you go to IIM Ahmedabad, more than 30% of the students, they don't want to take the job. Even if they take the job, they want to take the job in startups and see and understand and learn how to be an entrepreneur yourself. So that is where the quality of the education or quality of the institutes or students are now looked in, rather than trying to find out something. Because you see, if you look at this particular age and the energy what you have, it gets a little diluted as you mature in the age. So now another important thing which you need to look at is keep your eyes and ears open and see what is there in the market and what is a gap. What is that as a consumer, if this particular thing is offered to you, you will be very happy to take that service or the product. And then from that point of view, if you focus and look at the success rate is very high. Another interesting thing which generally globally it is seen that whenever you are associated with the institutes in the form of the incubation or in terms of mentoring or getting the technical inputs or marketing and finance inputs from the mentors, the success rate is very high. So with this little introduction, first I want to welcome all of you for this interaction. And first few slides, I will focus on the institute like CSIR, CFTRI, where what we can offer and how we can work together. And then always it is, a lot of times I've seen people who are in the business, they technically are not very competent, but based on their marketing skills and otherwise, they succeed. But if that is linked with the proper technical support, the success will be much better. Now, coming back to my organization, the CSIR CFTRI, this is basically organization dedicated for post-harvest technologies in food. So it is in existence from 1950. So we are also ISO 9001, 14001, and most importantly, the NABL accreditation, that is ISO 17025. That means we follow the global standards whichever is required and whenever it's required. Now coming back to giving a little brief, what are the different departments and how you can make use of these departments for your understanding or for your maybe starting sort of entrepreneurship. We have translation research in terms of the microbiology, fermentation, biochemistry, molecular nutrition, plant cell biotechnology. That means these are areas where we do a basic research, and based on that basic research, whatever leads we get, we take it to the technology development. The technology development departments are basically grain science and technology. What are the technologies we develop in the grain science focus there? Fruits and vegetable, flour milling and baking technologies, of course, spice and flavor sciences, meat and marine science, and protein chemistry. These are the technology development. Now, once you have a technology, if it is in the lab scale or pilot scale, that has to be scaled up for the commercial scale. If it is a lab scale, it has to be taken to pilot, and from pilot, it has to take to commercial level. So the engineering sciences department, food engineering, helps in that, and food packaging also helps in designing of the appropriate packaging. Also in food protection and safety, we have food safety and analytical quality control lab. This is an accredited lab, nodal lab in India. Whatever lot of court cases, particularly High Court and Supreme Court, finally it comes here, and then we do the test and give the final report. And also we have food protectant and infection control. Apart from that, we have 4 regional centers: Mumbai, Hyderabad, Lucknow, and Guwahati. Also, we have support department exclusively for helping and hand-holding the industries. It can be startups or big industries. That is technology transfer and business development. And also, we have human resources development department where we deal with skill development from 2 days training to 6 weeks to 1 year certificate course, integrated MSc and PhD courses, and milling courses. There are different sort of training programs we offer. We also have planning and monitoring, design fabrication unit, and central instrumentation facilities. Now coming back, some of these stories which has made a huge impact in Indian economy, that is Amul baby food. In 70s, in India, we did not have much of the cow milk. So it was difficult for using the buffalo milk for the baby food. And globally, people said that you cannot do it, but we have done it, and that has made the revolution in dairy industries. And that was one of the pioneer work even starting the dairy. You have something like leaf cup making machines, which you see, or midday meal, or parboiling technologies, which is pioneered in our institute. Spice and spice and oil and oleoresins. You see, oleoresin is in a very niche area. Globally, 70% of these oleoresins are exported from India, and 60 to 65% of the industries have taken technology from us. So that is a huge amount of export earnings, and we'll also have standardized many dal mills and maybe distributed for more than 2,000 entrepreneurs free of cost under technology mission on oils and pulses. And also, very importantly, we're working on the fortification. As you know, iodine fortification is one of the success stories globally on fortification because it is a mass consumption. So we are trying to focus the fortification based on the deficiencies of the population in flours, wheat flours, then rice and sugar. So these are some of the areas which we are focusing. We also have something integrated spirulina cultivation and the products including tablets and spirulina chicky and that sort of things. Another interesting product which we have virgin coconut oil by wet processing, where this technology is developed, sponsored by Coconut Development Board, and we are very happy to tell that this has been transferred to more than 60 entrepreneurs. The minimally process which you see in the big basket, you will see the cut vegetables. Basically, this is technology one. Another interesting technology what we have is idli dosa batter. You see, ID idli. Sometimes back, he took this technology for 500 rupees. Of course, he has modified the technologies, and now he has built more than 500 crores to the business. So this technology is also available, and now a good part is this is available free of cost, not even 500 you need to pay. Then we have coffee concentrate. Those are making machine, that is a home scale, and then also we have ragi the making machine. These are some of these things. Now, if you look at the some of the value customers, we have very big industries. If you look at the Nestle's or Abbott or ITC or Marico, all that big companies, and also we have a lot of government organizations. It can be Government of Karnataka, Coconut Development Board, or Government of Odisha, NDDB, a lot of them. And very importantly, 80% of our technologies and interaction is basically with small and medium scale industries and the startups. So that is where the whole focus is there on. Now coming back to the technology packages, it is on the different verticals. On grains processing, we have more than 40, 50 technologies. Bakery products, beverage products, convenience food machinery designs, fruits and vegetable products, meat and marine products, plantation and spice products, microbiology and fermented products. I'll see run some of them, and protein specialty foods. Now, most of them, as I said, they are suitable for micro, small, and medium enterprise, and of course, to the big enterprise also. We have more than 400 technologies. We can visit our website. You will get a non-technical information on this in terms of the place requirement, plant and machineries, and investment required, which we have transferred these technologies to more than 5,000 entrepreneurs, and quite few of them are successful, and these products are also available in the market. Now, interestingly, most of the technologies which we talk are basically paid technologies, but these are some of the free technologies based on the demand. See, there are a lot of demands for these products, and then we felt that as a social, corporate social responsibility, we have something to pay back to the society and made all these technologies free for the entrepreneurs. So any one of you are interested to take these technologies, like say you want to make amla candy, or you want to make composite ragi bread or fruit spread, ginger dehydration and blanching, or green chili sauce, protein rich bun, ready to use dosa batter or ready to use idli batter. These are two different cultures. Then turmeric curing and polishing, refined millet flour, then cereal flakes, basically rice flakes, then rice milk mix, which is ready to use, leg operated puppet press, few of the machineries, design drawing available, hand operated puppet press, and pedal operated millet dehuller. So these are the technologies available free of cost. For instance, now you are interested to try maybe ready to eat dosa batter or idli batter or amla candy. What you need to do, just visit our website, that is cfterra.ris.in, and then what you go, if you go on the bottom, you will see an icon where it shows the free technologies, and then you click on that. Then what it does, it asks you only two information: your name, three informations, of course, mobile number and the email. Basically, mobile number and email is not to trouble you at any point of time, but what we do, not in COVID time, but before that, what we used to do, once in a 6 months, we will organize a workshop of the people who have downloaded the free technologies, and then maybe sometimes we will give them some sort of a tips or demonstrations if there are any issues with they are facing. So once you register that, what happens, you will get the dossier. What do you mean by access to dossier? Dossier means it is a total detailed report. That means raw material quality, what sort of raw material you used to use, what are the quality parameters in raw material, the whole process flow chart. Once you have that process chart, on that on process quality parameters, and also you will have the plant and machinery is required, the approximate cost of the plant and machineries, and interestingly, from where you can source the plant and machineries, that also tentative list is given. And then till end product, that means what is the packaging material you use, how many days shelf life you will get, and also if there is any waste disposal or any that sort of a recycling, that also is defined. So this is a very comprehensive document which will have maybe running something like 30 to 50 pages where you will give the details of it. So now this is free of cost. But sometimes if you want to take a demonstration of this, then what is done, once in a 6 months, we organize this demonstration, but you have to pay the demonstration fees of 5,000 rupees. And then it will be a group of maybe 10 or 15 people, they can come together and then we will do the demonstrations for them. So this is regarding the free technology. Now, interestingly, sometimes you may have an issue that I have taken free technology, I want to interact with somebody, how you get connected, or already you are in the business, or you want to start the business. You want to be in the skill, you want to know about the startups, you want to know about the skill development. So all that sort of things, if you want to know, we have a sort of something called as a CFTerra SME corner. That is a small and medium enterprises corner. That means, like say, for instance, if you have some question on say spice and spice products, or a poultry and meat product, or you want to talk something or get the information on innovative food products or startups or skill development or cluster development, what you need to do, just click here, register yourself, log in, and then pose the question. What question you want to pose. Then what we do, our team will put this question to the concerned team of the scientist, and based on their time slot, maybe not more than 48 hours, you will get the interaction started with the concerned expert. So that it is like basically identifying the concerned people to interact with you and try to solve your problem. So that is very, very proactive and very good. Here we have got a lot number of people logging in and interacting. Now, once I told that we have some of the technologies, if 400 plus technologies. Now, once you have technologies, and if you identify the technology, say for instance, carbonated fruit juice you have identified, then what happens, the process flow of the technology transfer happens like this. First, you identify the technologies, then there is a premium. So premium varies from 20,000 to a few lakh, but most of the 80% of our technologies are around 20,000 to 40,000. So once you make the payment of the premium, Then what you do is we need to sign an agreement. That is, we are giving a license to you to go ahead with the manufacturing these technologies, and you will have a privilege of using the CFTRI logo on your package and on your certification. Also, then once that is done, then dossier is sent it to you. That means total report, the detailed report is sent it to you. Then you go through that. Then you are invited to the campus on the mutually convenient date for the demonstration of the process know-how in the pilot plant, and also you can two of your authorized uh, people can participate for demonstration come training program, and also after demonstration come training program you will have one-on-one discussion with the concerned scientists and faculties, and if there are any issues in terms of the quality and other parameters that can be addressed and discussed, and then you are linked with them. Generally, what we do is we interact, and if there are any issues, we address that issues as well. Now, we also can engage in different ways. Like, say, for instance, you are trying to look at something which is very innovative, and it is your idea, and it is not there in the market. You are trying to find out some gap where you feel that there is a potential customer in the particular area or globally as well. So what you do is we do a sponsored project. Say, for instance, you come with the idea or come with the product and say, okay, hey, I have this product and I want to make this product or better than this product, or I want to add this many features to this product, and then I want to have that sort of a thing. Then what we do is we will work it out with our expertise and tell you whether we can do it. Once we commit that we can do it, we will give a plan of work, including the time schedule, what we can deliver, and once it is agreed, you sponsor that. It becomes a sponsored project, and then this particular technology is exclusive for you for at least 3 years, and then after 3 years it will be open for public. So that is where the sponsored project works. And the technical services, we do technical services in different areas. Then it can be collaborative projects. I'll highlight some of these collaborative projects with new startups which we are doing. Then we do also consultancy project. These are some of the things. We also have an incubation center on Nutra, a phyto incubation center, basically for nutraceuticals. Now we are having starting on the millets as well as fruits and vegetables. In that, you can be part of us. You can get the state of art facilities for scale up, and also you will get in facilities of suit here, where you can use our facilities in terms of the kitchens and other facilities, plus the conference room and other things. This is, you can use the incubation facilities. There is something called as a technology accelerator. That means already you are in the business and you are trying to look at some sort of accelerating your business in terms of using the pilot plant facilities or getting the mentors in different areas, mentors in the quality parameters, you have some issues, or mentors in packaging, or mentors in sensory science, or some processing mentoring. So that also you can do, but this is a short program of 6 months. So we will be able to do that sort of a technology accelerator. Also, as I told, you can hire the pilot plant. A lot of times you see, if you look at the industry sickness part, people get excited about the product, and then without doing the test marketing, without going to the market and seeing how market is going to receive your product, they invest in the plant and machineries, and then they realize that the product is not moving. Then it's difficult to sell the product and industry goes sick. So instead of doing that, what you can do is you can hire the pilot plants, and we are coming up with a few more sort of processing lines where you can bring your raw material, you can process your product, pack the product, take it and do the test marketing. Maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and till you get the confidence that you are able to get the traction on the product. And once you do that, then what happens in the next, it is very easy for you to graduate yourself and set up the plant. So that is where you need to look at from that point of view. You can hire these pilot plant facilities, and also you can use the state-of-art scale of facilities for food processing. Then you will have a sophisticated central instrumentation facilities. If you want to use the confocal microscope, is very, very costly, or HRMS if you want to use. So you can book this sort of things online, and then you can either send the sample or you can come and do the test. Also your nodal codex food analytical laboratories. This you can use it. You can send the samples, or if you are here, you can send the sample and you can get this thing test done. Also, in the skill development, as I said, we have different modes of skill development programs from 2 days to 6 weeks, and then also we make the tailor-made skill or training programs for SSGs, FPOs, or any cooperative societies or farmer-centric associations. I'm very happy to tell that now we have tied up with the government of Karnataka to train the 500 farmer entrepreneurs. And then we already completed more than 300 farmers training. One training generally runs in 6 days, and we product specific training we are doing. So these are some of the things which you can see. Then in the scope, you can have technology transfer, development of the product, troubleshooting in food processing sector. A lot of times you are doing something, when you are in the business, you are doing good. That doesn't mean you are doing right. So we do a troubleshooting if there are any issues, or design and establishment of food processing plants. Then you can also help you in developing or establishing analytical and quality control labs also. Then we do a consultancy, sensory assessment, and consumers acceptance studies, packaging material testing and packaging assistance, DPR preparation, and customized training. These are some of the things we can do. Now coming back to the linkages, we have linkages with the industries, machine manufacturers, FPOs, and all that sort of things. And also food industries. We are also recognized University of United Nations University. Then we are linkages with sister labs. All that linkages we have. Now, this is another interesting scheme to all of you. If you are aware, that is good. If you are not aware, post-COVID, Prime Minister's formalization of micro food processing enterprise scheme is launched under the Ministry of Food Processing Industries. And this is basically to enhance the competitiveness of the existing individual micro entrepreneurs in the organized, unorganized segments of the food processing, and also encourage the new entrepreneurs to take use of this. This you can get the support for the FPOs or self-help groups, and also cooperative societies also you can do. Basically, we are the state technical institute for government of Karnataka. What it means? That means in the state technical institutes, we will support them in the technical support for product identification in ODOP. That is one district, one product. They are identified in one district, one product, and they are promoting for all, including training the entrepreneurs, getting the technologies, getting DPRs made for them, getting subsidies of up to 10 lakh of rupees, then getting a soft loan up to 30 lakh of rupees, and then interestingly training them and helping them in marketing and branding. That's what they have taken, one product, one district. So it's easy for you to market and identify the market. So accordingly, you need to look at, and you can make use of this. CAPEC is an agency where they have already opened the application forms. So if you have any ideas or any product, if you want to do in a particular district, you can log in there, and then accordingly we can take it to the next level. There we also help in the preparation of training and capacity building, state and district level officers training the resource people, DPR preparation, and also branding and marketing. Now coming back, these are some of the things in general. Now I'll touch upon some of this interesting technologies. These are because, as I told, we have more than 400 plus technologies. I'll not be able to cover all. I'll just highlight few of them which may have little different angle to it. Now 5-6 years back, when Prime Minister of India tossed an idea that a lot of people are, that time, a lot of people are drinking carbonated beverages, and carbonated beverages, except sugar and carbon and some sort of other colors and flavors, doesn't give you anything which is good for health. So he said that we should come out with the product carbonated beverages where minimum of 5% of the juices should be there. So we took that call, and now we made the carbonated fruit juices of different varieties like apple, grapes, guava, lime, and mango. Now we can even incorporate up to 20% of the juice. So because you are adding the fruit juices, which are natural source of the nutrients such as vitamins, pigments, minerals, and this may add to your health compared to the carbonated beverages. Now, this technology is taken by more than 5 entrepreneurs, and then some of them are in the market. Another interesting product, very, very good product, what do you call it? Green coffee. You have not heard much on the green coffee in the market. Green tea, of course, a very, very good source of antioxidant. Green coffee beans are just unroasted coffee beans, as you know. They're rich source of antioxidants with pharmacological active compounds. The major active molecule is chlorogenic acid, or CGA, which is called. Now, this acid basically has an additional health benefit. It improves the immunity, it balances the blood sugar level, it reduces the high blood pressure and increases the body energy level. So, if you have this CGA enriched green coffee, so this green coffee can be marketed as such. So, this green coffee, you can make it in the concentrate form, or you can make the cube. So you take the cube, concentrate, you just dilute in the water, cube, a solid cube, you just add into the water and you can consume. Or you can even have the carbonated beverage. You can have the carbonation also done that, because you will add the health as well as you get that sort of feel which you are looking at. So these sort of things also you can have a look at it. Then another interesting product, but this may not be a right forum to discuss, but yes, of course, when you are talking of the business, business is a business, and you are trying to look at something which you are trying to address the problems. Now, the problem is, if you look at the people who drink, mostly in India, these people drink in the weekends. But when they drink, some of them, the statistics says that 25 to 30% people have a hangover. That means they will have vomiting, they will have a headache, they will have irritation on the skin and all that sort of things. Now, to avoid that, there are few pills, but that is basically pharmaceutical pills. Now, this pills has some sort of the synthetic one. So now we have a product called as a Hango, which is a trademark, put into the trademark also. Now, this is a product developed where you can use as a pill also you can make if you want, or you can make the snacks out of it, any of these snacks and savories, or you can add it into the beverage, or it is in the powder form, you can just sprinkle when you are drinking and adding. Now this particular product, we are using all the natural ingredients to relieve the effect of an alcoholic hangover. It is, you see, understand, it is not reducing your sort of a feel, but the side effects it is going to reduce. So here we have done an animal experiments, and we also done a human trial. Human trial is very successful. In human trial, you have done human trial in Vietnam, because in Vietnam some of these people will develop a skin rashes, and then we have done this on them, and they are very, very happy. And this also technology transfer to one of the Bangalore-based industries. Now here you can even try to take this product, and this product, even without hangover, it has a good health benefit. It will not have any adverse health benefit. So these are some of these things which you are looking at it. So now some of the interesting products like Bifido curd. So you see, if you look at the traditional curd, they're very popular in India. Now, you might have seen prebiotic and probiotics. They're available in the market. They are quite costly. You take a small cup, it will be something like 40 rupees a cup. So now we have a technology for fermentation of toned milk. Now, if you have this Bifido curd, it will have a lot of health benefits in terms of adherence activity, antimicrobiological activity, antioxidant activity, cholesterol reduction, anti-inflammatory, all that sort of things. And then this will not cost you much. So if you add in the regular market, so regular cup of curds will cost you like you're marketing it for even 10 rupees. So if you add this, the incremental cost will not be so much, but in that niche area, you are giving the health benefit as well as you can make good money. Another interesting product is a soya curd. Soya beans, as you know, has a highest protein value amongst the vegetables. And soya milk also is accepted as a dairy analog with array of health benefit. But the problem with the milk as well as curds is that this has a beneath flavor because of the presence of oligosaccharides. Now, because of this is not accepted in India, particularly. Globally, to some extent, it is there, but in India, it is not accepted. Now, we have used the fermented product as a curd, which will have the similar benefit of bifidobacterium, and you will not have that beneath flavor. So this has an added advantage of phytase activity apart from all other activities what you get in the normal bifido curd. So this is also technology where you can use it. We also knew of things like in terms of the preservatives they add in the bakery products. They have some health disadvantage. So, but natural preservatives we can use. We have the technologies or low GI parathas you can have or pour over idli. So, if you want to eat idli any point of time is dehydrated idli and sambar and chutney also. So what you do, you just take a hot water, pour it, keep it for few minutes, and you will have the ready idli available. Uh, Dolly mix, see, this has generated from the observations that when you go to the North India, where the temperatures are relatively low in the winter season, and even if you go to a good restaurant, the idli softness of the idli you will not get. So even if the idli is cold, then it becomes hard here. So this is a sort of a mix where we call it as a dolly mix. It can be used for dosa or idli. We don't use any yeast. We don't use any chemicals, no preservatives. You add this, it also increases the number of idlis by 20%. It absorbs more sambar easily, remains soft when it is cold also, and you need not have to worry. You see, a lot of times you're worried that if the proportion of rice and urad, if they don't go well, your idli texture will not be good. But if you add this, you will be able to take care of that. So this is another interesting product which you can have, or minimally processed pomegranate oils, where you can have maybe 18 to 20 days of shelf life. Another interesting product. This is a very globally very important product. A lot of people, athletes or sort of a marathon runners or like even footballers, what happens with them, they need to have a sort of some sort of enduring products you need to eat. That is initial stage, during the workout and the recovery stage. So now we have activated protein kinase food supplement. This also is very important component in this here. If you look at this sort of a product globally, each three types has a different types of product, but we have three in one. So here, now, if you look at all the global market, most of them, they are using the synthetic chemicals. They are not using the natural products, natural compounds. Now, what you're using here is the natural components. And these natural components stand out as a micronutrient and minerals derived from the natural products. So hence, they are extremely bio-friendly. Bioabsorption is much better. And interestingly, this is 5 to 6 times cheaper compared to the commercial available products. Means if you can have even premium to this, you will margin will be maybe 7 to 8 times you can have the profit margin or sort of a margin which you need to look at. And it is stable at the room temperature for more than a year. So this also is done, the scientific validation is also done on the animal experiment, and also we have done a human endurance trial on the athletes, and that is quite successful. Moringa seed isolates can be used for purification of water. Alum, which is used, it has a lot of adverse effects. So one of our scientists, under scientist entrepreneurship scheme, we have a scheme with the government of India. If you want to start a business, you can go for 2 to 5 years. Your job is kept, your salary is given, and you can do the business. And if you are successful, you continue there, or you can come and join. So under that scheme, one of the scientists is doing. Another interesting product which we have is convenience flour for finger millet. That is ragi. To make ragi mudde is a big challenge. So you don't get the consistency all the time, same sort of a mudde. So we have a convenience flour. What you need to do, you just make the ball, and then once you make the ball, and then put it into the cooker and just steam it. Steam it, you will get a consistent, good quality mudde all the time. So what we are doing here, we are in tie-up with the GRAM, that is one NGO organization, and we have identified a self-help group, women's self-help group near Mysore, and we have given this technology to them, and we are trying to promote this as a health product. So this and winning food based out of ragi, sprouted ragi. So these are the things. Another interesting products which you see, the diabetic people, they prefer not to eat rice because there is a fast digestibility of the carbohydrate present in the rice. So we have a technology for slow carbohydrate digestibility. This product also is available in the market, so you also can use this. And this will not have an adverse effect if you eat. If you have a rice which there is a slow digestibility of carbohydrate, it's always good because you don't have that load of carbohydrate coming on your body. So also another interesting product which we are having or going to bring it is curing while you store, artificial aging of the paddy or brown rice. What happens, if you want to get the best quality of the rice, even you take the basmati, best quality of the basmati is 1 to 1.5 years old. Now, what it means, it takes that much time to mature the paddy and develop that sort of flavor and aroma. And also, you get that sort of expansion when you keep it for that long. Now, imagine if you are handling few thousand tons of this material, you need to have storage godowns, you store it. You need to protect them for 1.5 years from the rodents and insects. That is huge, and there are chances of the spoilage. And then money is locked, all that sort of a problem. So we have a technology where you keep this product, no chemicals used, keep this product for 1 month in a particular condition, and you will get the effect of 1 year storage. So this is one. Also, we have roller millers of milling of specific end products. And we have ready to eat winning food formulation and millet based pour over products. These are some of the technologies. Of course, Nutrigel, meat vapors, coconut protein powder, and arabinoxolone. This is a fiber, dietary fiber, a very healthy dietary fiber, which has a lot of good benefits, and we have got the technology to extract this from some of the agriculture byproducts. Now, we are also working with some of the startups. Now, you might have seen tomato. There is a season. In the season, you will get 5 rupees a kilo tomato, or less than that. Farmers sometimes throw it out. And in some seasons, when there is a more demand and less supply, you will go up to 40 rupees, 50 rupees, 60 rupees. See, 5 to 10 times fluctuation is a big problem. Now, a lot of people, they say that you should have a byproduct, value-added product, this and that. But when it comes to Indian cooking, nobody wants to add sauce or ketchup into the curries or making the Indian curries. Of course, if you are doing Western curries, is a different ball together. But Indian curries, so if the tomato is costly, instead of putting two tomatoes, the person who is cooking will put half a tomato, but tomato is required. So keeping this in mind, we have developed a technology where you take a tomato, full tomato or half tomato, you just process it, no chemicals added, and pack it, and you will get 6 months shelf life. Now, another, we are working with one of the startup in Bangalore, that is a collaborative project where self-heating and self-cooling. You might have seen a lot of products moving around globally, but the challenges is, one is the safety part, another one is the cost part. So, and convenience. All these factors are not coming in. So we are working with the startup where you have the product, if you want to heat something or cool something without electricity, with just press of a button, you will be able to get the hot or cool product, and it will be not having a sort of a safety issues. So another thing is a smart packaging system. This is another startup which we are working, where if you look at the milk, most of you take the pasteurized milk, that is packet milk, where after pasteurization you are supposed to keep it at uh, 4-degree temperature, but generally it is not done. After pasteurization, it is put into open truck or vans and distributed to retailers. At the retailer end, what happens? Retailer will not have the capacity to store at 4 degree because he doesn't have that. So what he does is keeps the trays outside and then he distributes, where the temperature can vary from say 27 degrees centigrade to 40 degrees centigrade in the summer. So because of this, what happens, if the packets are not sold by 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, left out packets, you will keep it into the fridge. And once sometimes if you take this in the afternoon and boil, you will see this is spoiled. So this is the problem with the consumer. Consumer will not know because it is exposed to the high temperature. So we are developing a sort of an indicator. This indicator will give you a color change. Red means no, if it is a green, it is a fresh. If it changes to orange, it's about to spoil. And then if it is red, it is spoiled. And then the challenge here is, biggest challenge here is, of course, milk packet is like 10 rupees or 20 rupees. So you cannot have the indicator even if it is in rupees. It has to be in paisas. So that is where we are working. Also, spoilage indicator for meat and juices. That is, we are working with some more startups. And also product like flavored water, which is not too much in India, but Western world it is there. So we have few of the technologies and we are doing it for some of the companies also. Then we have eternal food. That means, see, if you look at all our mythological stories or all the religious functions, we have some offerings to the God. As you know, God himself will not eat or herself will not eat. That is for our own consumption. And that has a lot of science getting into it. It can be in terms of digestibility, in terms of the nutritional values, in terms of the requirement of the season. So that is where you need to look at, and that is where you need to take that product and make it globally. We also have a bug buster where it works as an antimicrobiological agent. We have biodegradable packaging materials, edible cutleries, and meat and egg analog. We have egg analog. So A lot of people want to have the feel of the non-veg products, but they don't want to eat non-veg. So you can have that sort of a analog vegetarian analog products. So we are doing this for some of the couple of industries, and also we have in-house product. So apart from that, we have different products like high protein upma mix. Why I'm giving this is, rather than going with the regular products, if you have something which you are getting edge, that always will help you to do that. Different rusks, it can be sugar free or cake rusk, or it can be honey rusk, or high protein ready to eat burfis, self stable chapatis, online fortification of maidas, and a lot more products. You particularly premixes for bakery related traditional products with the particular fortification, or healthy and therapeutic bakery products like high protein, low sodium, high fiber, and sugar free biscuits, breads, and cakes. These sort of products also you can have. Now, a lot of times soji or rava, semolina, what we get is basically from wheat. But wheat has a limitations in terms of nutritional values. So you can get the same semolina from the millets. Foxtel millet, an excellent product. You can have a coarse or fine semolina or kodo millet. These are rich in minerals and vitamins. So you can get the, say, either your khara baat or whatever you call. You can get the similar taste as the wheat semolina, but superior nutritional value. So if you want to look at that as a segment, that will be an interesting area too. On the spices, we have a lot of products in terms of naturally. See, you go to the restaurants, most of them, they add the colors to make it attractive. But I'm sorry, most of them, they use the synthetic color, which are not good for health. Natural colors has two problems. One is the stability, another one is the cost. So we have worked on the stability, and we have a range of the colors, natural colors based on say blue grapes or kokum fruits, safflower petals, turmeric, chili, or marigold, or beetroot, or coffee. So you have different range. So you mix these two colors and you get whatever shade of color you want for your product, which are natural one. But of course, comparatively, it is at least 3 to 5 times costlier than the synthetic one. So on the spices side, you will have the different spice powders, curries, and oils and oleoresins, which there's added to it. Another interesting product and patent we have is natural. If you look at the processing of the turmeric powder, it is a long process of 15 days. And then because there is a boiling and drying is involved, so there is a loss of the important ingredient in terms of the yield, also 10% less yield. Also, the curcumin percentage will get reduced by 25%, and volatile oil, which are very essential for the spices, that will get reduced to 50%. With the new technology, you will have the product ready in 24 hours, 10% minimum extra yield, better curcumin and volatile oil content. Also, we have beverage, sugarcane beverage, where in the bottles, glass bottles with 4 months shelf life. Interestingly, premium Nira. Nira is a good product, but once it is fermented, it turns out to be toddy, and then it has a problem. So we have worked extensively on Nira, original Nira, where microbiologically safe, no alcohol content, nutritious drink, and which can keep at room temperature for about 2 months in the PET bottle. Now, another interesting product from Nira is concentrate. Nira has a little limitations because of the high water activity. But if you take the Nira concentrate, you can dilute this is to 1:5 or 1:6, and it is almost like a fresh Nira. That means in dispensing, like coffee dispensing, you will have water and Nira concentrate, and you can dispense. This will have 6 months shelf life. We also have, see, in South India, we like the filtered coffee. But if you go to north, you will not get filtered coffee, and making filtration of the coffee is a long process. So we have an instant coffee concentrate. In this coffee concentrate, you dilute 5 ml of the coffee concentrate to 100 ml of water, and then you boil it, or boiling water, you just add it, you will get a filter coffee. This has a 2 months shelf life at room temperature. So these are some of these technologies. And of course, on the coconut base, we have virgin coconut oil by wet process, freeze dried coconut bites, vacuum dried coconut bites, desiccated coconut powder, or oven dried coconut bites, sugar coated, lot of products, including coconut beverage from tender coconut. And also we have technologies on meat. It can be instant gravy mix, or it can be meat, fish, poultry, or low cholesterol egg powder, meat burgers, or improved traditional meat products, self-stable chicken biryani, tidbits, or chicken or meat sausages, low-fat meat kofta, self-stable egg albumin, or self-stable egg crunchy bite. It has a long shelf life. You can keep it up to 6 months. And pickles of different pickles. Some of the photos you can see, these are meat and egg vapors. You can see meat pickles. Meat sausages, egg cubes, self-stable kebab mix chicken meat, or curry paste, or egg crunchy bite. This is quite interesting product. Also, we have machineries, maybe vada making machine, idli making machine, dosa making machine, or pani puri sitting and cutting machine, or it can be ragi mudde making machine, where you can make the ragi mudde consistently. Generally for Indira canteen, we have established one in Bangalore. And different dal mills, versatile product bolder dals, or versatile means you can use all varieties of the dal, or it can be modern dal mills. We have established more than 2,000 large-scale dal mills, and more than 2,000 mini dal mills, as I told, supported by UNDP's technology mission. So we also have the technologies for cereals, grains, and legumes, and different varieties of wheat milling products. Primary processing, secondary processing, and tertiary processing, including extruded products, all that sort of things. On fruits, for example, I'm just giving an example. For all fruits, you will have these sort of things like mango, ripe mango, you will have pulp, concentrate, canned slices, squashes, nectar, juice, beverages, jams, cereal flakes, fruit bars, toffees, powders, squares, dried products. In green, you will have pickles, chutneys, amchur, or beverages. In banana, we will have banana wine top of it, additional one, or banana pseudo same juice, or crunchy banana cereal bars. All these, some of these products you can have it. Also, Asmo dehydrated fruits are quite popular, and also clarified fruit juices, clear juice. Particularly, you will have mango, banana, orange, and lime juices, or you can have their powders or dehydrated products. It can be sun, solar, oven, vacuum, and freeze drying. So these are some of these things. I finished it early so that if you want to spend more time on interaction, this is basically one-stop center for food processing solutions. Now, my only appeal to you is, if you want to be in the food business, you want to do something, it's a very big area. All these startups, out of the statistics says that 20 to 30% of the startups in Bangalore and across India coming in the food sector. Now, as I told, the problem is you may not be the expert in the food. Get the expert opinion and help from the appropriate institutes so that you are on the right footing to take it forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. It was very informative, and very lucky to have you in this session. Probably the people who attended phase one missed your lecture because we were unable to contact you in the phase one. And my kind request in you is please give one more day appointment for phase three, which we are starting from March 29th to April 10th.
Sure.
And because this will give a kind of inspiration to all the faculty members who will go back and talk to their students and those who are interested in taking up entrepreneurship opportunity. Definitely, it will be of more useful for them. And dear participants, now the session is open for the discussion. If you have any queries or clarification, sir is available with us. Please feel free to ask the questions.
Suresh Babu sir, you can unmute yourself and talk. Sir, we have a question from one of the participants.
Yeah.
The non-vegetarian food that is processed halal.
I'm not able to hear you. There's little disturbance in.
Sir, can you hear us now?
Yeah.
We have a question from one of the participants. Sir, the non-vegetarian food that is processed is halal. Is the non-vegetarian processed is halal or not?
Processed non-vegetarian food, whether it is halal, is it? I could not get the last part of the question.
Whether it is halal or non-halal, sir.
Halal is a separate process. So this is basically for butchering the animal, that the process is followed. It is a halal process. So once that is done, because that is a procedure to follow it, and once that is done, once the meat is available, then when you process and make the byproduct of it, you can use halal meat or non-halal meat, but preferably halal meat has a better advantage in terms of the health benefit.
Another question from one of our students. Is there any, sir, is there internship opportunities in your institute and what is the eligibility criteria?
See, we give internship for BTech students, MSc students, and PhD students. It can be up to 6 months, but 6 months they can stay here. But for that, you need to pay 25,000 rupees as a student's internship fees. And at this point of time, we have more than 200 students interning with us. Yeah, any other question?
Rajesh, was a wonderful talk, wonderful to listen to you and quite enriching because absolutely CFTRI doing great in food research for decades. I feel, sir, in the benefit of the audience who are primarily planning or even navigating students to be food entrepreneurs, could you throw some light on the registration aspect, which is certainly governed by FSSAI, or exactly some basic regulation, what they need to keep in mind when they roll out their food business? It will be great because of late some recent changes also have happened from the authority. Please.
Great. So this is a very long topic. I'll make it very short. If it is required in the third phase, I can arrange somebody on the regulation, because that itself is a huge area. Now,
True.
but to start with, now Food Authority has made it mandatory anybody who operates in food to take FSSAI license. This license is available with 100 rupees. State license, if you are operating only within the state, this is available with the online registration of 100 rupees. There they have given you a guidelines. What are the things you need to follow? So with the simple following these guidelines make you safe comparatively. So that is where you need to look at. Lot of times what happens, basically it is not that you don't want to follow the rules, because you don't know and you don't take that extra effort to understand. See, Food Authority has translated this. If you visit the Food Authority website, they're so proactive. They have made small presentations in the local languages, all local languages, and given us simple steps how to go about it. And once you do that, I think you will be able to really imbibe in you the safety part of it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Any other queries from the participant end?
Sir, if you want to take that free technologies available in your website,
Yeah.
what is the formality, sir?
That's what I told. It's a very simple one. Visit our website, cftera.reach.in. Then go down. There is a technology database, and then you will see an icon on free technologies. Just click on the free technologies. What it will ask, your name, email ID, and phone number. Just register there. Then you will have access to the dossier. In the sense, the whole detailed report is available to you. You can download and keep it. Go through that. It is a very comprehensive, and if you go through that, I don't think you need to know anything else, because there is any. Or if there are any issues, either you put it onto the chat box of the SME corner, or you can send us a mail. We will be able to give you that. If you need a demonstration of this, once in a 6 months on the, you can come and have the demonstration here in the campus.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for that valuable talk. I know our student as well as faculty community has benefited out of it. So on behalf of the staff, student and the management, the Oxford College of Engineering, I, Salma, extend a heartfelt gratitude towards Dr. Mache sir for taking his time out from his busy schedule and being part of this FDP program. Sir, we are hoping to see you in the next session also. Thank you so much for accepting our invite, sir.
It's my pleasure. Thank you. All the best. I'll take
Thank
it.
you, sir. As we discussed, I request you to have one more
Sure.
session in the next coming
Sure.
workshop. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, you may